beloved soul. Today, I want to remind you of something deeply powerful within you, the ability to imagine correctly. Your imagination is not a toy. It is not something random or weak. It is the sacred place where creation begins. Everything you want, everything you dream about, everything you desire, it all starts inside your mind long before it shows up in your life. You are not powerless, and you are not waiting for the universe to feel sorry for you. You are a creator. You are a thinker. You are a dreamer, and your imagination is the blueprint that shapes your reality. So let us gently step into the wisdom of imagining correctly and allowing the law, the divine universal law, to move on your behalf. Close your eyes and step into the quiet space within you, the place where the outside world no longer has power over you. In that silence, you are free. Free from doubt, free from fear, free from the noise of other people's opinions. This is the space where creation begins. This is the sacred ground where the life you desire starts to take form. When you close your eyes and see what you desire is real, you activate a power that is far greater than logic, far greater than effort, far greater than anything the physical world can offer you. This moment of inner vision is not pretend. It is not fantasy. It is the language of the universe. Everything ever created began in someone's imagination before it arrived in physical form. Every achievement, every invention, every transformation, every blessing anyone has ever received was first a picture held in the mind. When you understand this, you stop treating your imagination as a place of wishful thinking. Instead, you begin to treat it as the blueprint of everything that is coming into your life. When you close your eyes, the physical world disappears, and you are left with the truth of your inner world. This inner world is where your real power lives. What you see inside yourself with clarity, confidence, and emotion becomes the foundation upon which your outer life is built. So when you desire something, love, success, healing, abundance, you must learn to see it inside yourself as though it is already done. You must learn to picture the end result, not the struggle. The universe responds to final images, not the process of getting there. If you want a loving relationship, imagine yourself already in it. See yourself being appreciated, understood, valued. Feel the warmth and security of that love surrounding you. If you desire financial abundance, imagine the comfort, the freedom, the peace that abundance brings. See yourself paying bills with ease, enjoying life without anxiety, making choices from joy instead of fear. If you desire healing, see yourself whole, energized, and strong. Visualize your body glowing with vitality, your mind calm, your heart free. Do not imagine as though you're waiting. Imagine as though it is done. When you desire something and continue to see it as far away, you push it further away energetically. You keep it in a place of longing. But when you imagine something as already real, you bring it into the present moment, and creation can only happen in the present moment. The law responds not to what you want someday, but to what you accept as true now. The key is to involve all your senses. Don't just see the image, feel it. Step into the scene completely. If you imagine success, feel the confidence in your chest. Hear the sound of your own voice speaking with certainty. Sense the emotional relief of achieving what you once thought was impossible. If you imagine love, feel the tenderness, the joy, the comfort. Hear laughter, feel the safety. Sense the softness in your heart. If you imagine abundance, feel the spaciousness, the freedom, the lightness in your body. Let your emotions match your intention. This is where imagination becomes powerful. When the picture is alive, vivid, and emotionally charged, the universe responds to emotion more than words. Emotion is energy, and energy is the magnet that pulls your desire toward you. But remember, you must not contaminate your vision with doubt. When you close your eyes, your only job is to see the best. Do not let fear or logic interrupt you. You are not here to figure out how it will happen. You are not here to analyze possibilities or question timing. You are here to create the inner version of the life you want. And once that inner image is clear, the outer world begins to shift automatically. If you practice this daily, even for just a few minutes, your inner world becomes stronger than the circumstances around you. You begin to feel aligned with your desires instead of separated from them. You begin to think, behave, and attract from a place of certainty. You become someone who expects good things, someone who is open to miracles, someone who trusts the unseen more than the temporary conditions of life. Every time you close your eyes and see what you desire as real, you are planting a seed. And just like nature, once a seed is planted, growth is inevitable. You do not need to dig it up to check if it's working. You simply water it with faith, nurture it with consistency, and let life do the rest. Feeling is the secret ingredient that turns your imagination from a simple picture into a powerful force of creation. You can think a thought 1,000 times, but if there is no emotion behind it, the universe receives no clear signal. Emotion is energy, and energy is what magnetizes your desires to you. When you feel something deeply before it has shown up in your physical world, you are aligning yourself with that reality. You are stepping into the vibration of your wish fulfilled, and that vibration is what the universe responds to with precision. Many people imagine what they want, but they do it from a place of lack. They imagine love while feeling lonely. They imagine money while feeling stressed. They imagine success while feeling insecure. And because the universe responds to the feeling rather than the picture, they continue to attract circumstances that match their inner emotions. This is why feeling is not optional. It is essential. You cannot receive something you are emotionally separated from. You must build the emotional connection first, and the physical manifestation will follow naturally. When you truly desire something, the first step is to ask yourself, how would I feel if this were already mine? That feeling is your guide. If you seek love, imagine the warmth, the comfort, the joy, the safety. Feel the presence of love in your heart as though it is already surrounding you. If you desire abundance, allow yourself to feel the relief of having enough. Feel the freedom, the openness, the peace. If you desire healing, feel the strength, the vitality, the calm. Let your emotions move as if the healing has already taken place. These feelings are not fantasies, they are frequencies. And every frequency attracts its matching circumstances. When you align with the emotion of your desire, you become a magnet for the experiences that carry the same vibration. Feeling is the bridge between the spiritual and the physical. It is the link between your inner world and your outer world. To use feeling correctly, you must allow yourself to experience the emotion fully, without resistance. Sit with it. Breathe into it. Let it fill your entire body. Imagine yourself living the life you want, and let the emotion expand from your chest to your stomach, to your arms, to your entire being. Your body must believe it before your eyes see it. When your emotional state shifts, the world around you begins to rearrange itself accordingly. There is a softness in this process. You do not force the feeling. You do not strain to make it happen. You simply allow. You welcome the emotion with openness and trust, even if the world around you says something different, even if nothing has changed physically yet. You choose to feel as though everything has already shifted. This is how the universe takes its cue from you. You are no longer reacting to your circumstances. You are creating new ones. Do not underestimate small moments of emotional alignment. Even 1 minute of genuine feeling can be more powerful than hours of forced thinking. When you feel something deeply, your energy transforms immediately. Your inner state sends a clear message, this is my reality, and the universe must respond. It cannot ignore emotional truth. It mirrors it. But feeling also requires consistency. You must return to the emotion again and again, not from desperation, but from joy, from a sense of connection, from the truth that you are worthy of what you desire. Each time you feel the wish fulfilled, you strengthen the signal, you build momentum, you dissolve resistance, you align with the version of yourself who already has what you want. The more you feel the desired state, the more natural it becomes. Soon doubt loses power. Fear fades. Old beliefs begin to crumble. You start to think, act, and make choices based on who you are becoming, not who you were. This emotional shift is the true manifestation. The physical result is simply the final step. When you understand the power of feeling, you no longer need to chase your desires. You no longer beg for change. You no longer worry about timing. You simply become the energy of what you want. And that energy draws everything to you effortlessly. Feeling is the language of creation. It is the vibration of truth. It is the essence of your inner power. Think less, feel more. And watch life rewrite itself around you. Detach from the how. These words carry a power that can transform your entire life, yet they are often the hardest for the human mind to accept. We are trained to believe that every outcome must be forced, controlled, analyzed, and planned. We are taught that if we don't know how something will happen, then it probably won't. But in the spiritual realm, the opposite is true. The more you try to control the process, the more resistance you create, the more you overthink the steps, the slower the manifestation becomes, and the more you cling to timing, details, and methods, the more you distance yourself from the very thing you desire. Detaching from the how is not giving up on your dream. It is giving up on your struggle. It is releasing the mental weight that keeps you tied to fear, doubt, and impatience. When you detach, you create space for the universe to work, space for solutions you haven't imagined, space for pathways you didn't know existed. The universe does not need your stress. It needs your cooperation, and cooperation comes from trust, not control. Every desire you hold already has a path prepared for it. There is a route, a sequence, a divine unfolding that is far more intelligent than anything your mind could design. When you insist on knowing exactly how things will manifest, you block that intelligence. You narrow the possibilities. You limit the outcomes to your own understanding. But your understanding is small compared to the infinite creative power working behind the scenes. Life has access to people you've never met, opportunities you've never considered, timing you could never predict. The how is its domain, not yours. Your job is simple. Be clear about what you want, feel it as already done, and then allow life to orchestrate the details. Allow does not mean waiting with anxiety. Allow does not mean checking every hour to see if something has changed. Allow means trusting that the moment you aligned your desire with feeling, the process began. Even if you cannot see results immediately, something is moving, something is shifting, something is unfolding in the unseen. But the mind is impatient. It wants evidence. It wants proof. It wants certainty. So it begins to ask questions that weaken your energy. But how will I get the money? How will I meet someone? How will the opportunity come? What if it doesn't work? Each time you ask these questions, you step out of creation mode and into fear mode. You send mixed signals to the universe. You say you believe, but your energy is filled with doubt. You say you trust, but your thoughts are full of worry. Detaching from the how is choosing peace over panic. It is choosing faith over fear. It is choosing to believe that you live in a supportive universe, not a chaotic one. Trust is not blind. Trust is alignment. When you trust the process, you align with the highest version of yourself, the version who knows that everything is already working out. Sometimes the path toward your desire will not look the way you expected. Sometimes the route will surprise you, confuse you, or stretch you. Sometimes life will remove certain people, situations, or habits because they are not part of your manifestation. This is not a delay, it is preparation. When you detach from the how, you stop resisting the cleansing, the realignment, the shifts that life needs to make on your behalf. Think of detachment as surrender, not the surrender of your dream, but the surrender of your tension. You surrender your timelines, you surrender your worry, you surrender your need to be in control, and in that surrender, something miraculous happens. The universe can finally breathe. It can finally move. It can finally bring you what you've been asking for without interference. When you detach from the how, you become open to possibilities, open to intuition, open to signs, nudges, opportunities, and ideas that guide you seamlessly toward your desire. You begin to notice doors you never saw before. You begin to feel calmer, lighter, more aligned. And manifestations start flowing not because you worked harder, but because you stopped blocking the flow. Life does not require you to figure everything out. It only requires your willingness to trust the unseen. The moment you detach, you say to the universe, I believe in your timing, I trust your wisdom, I allow the best version of my desire to come to me in the best possible way. Let the universe handle the how. Your only job is to stay aligned with the vision, hold the feeling, and move in peace. The rest is already taken care of. Staying consistent with the inner picture is one of the most transformative practices you can bring into your life. The images you hold in your mind are not temporary fantasies. They are seeds of creation. Every time you return to your inner vision, you water those seeds, you strengthen the signal, you reinforce the reality you are calling into existence. Consistency is not about forcing anything. It is about gently choosing the same inner truth again and again until it becomes your dominant state of being. When you create an inner picture of your desired life, you are building a mental blueprint. At first, the picture may feel unfamiliar, distant, or even unrealistic. That is only because your old beliefs have been running your life for so long. Your mind is used to certain patterns, certain expectations, certain fears. But every time you revisit your inner vision, every time you see yourself living the life you want, you are reshaping those patterns. You are replacing fear with faith. You are replacing limitation with possibility. You are replacing doubt with certainty. Consistency with the inner picture means you don't let the outer world talk you out of your truth. You don't abandon your inner vision just because your current circumstances aren't showing results yet. You understand that the outer world is slow. It reflects your past thoughts, past emotions, and past beliefs. The inner world is fast. Your imagination moves instantly, creating new energy with every visualization. When you stay loyal to your inner vision, you give the universe time to translate that energy into physical form. There will be days when your old thinking tries to return. There will be moments when doubts whisper in your ear, asking, is this really possible? There may be people around you who don't understand your journey, who question your dreams, or who unconsciously project their limitations onto you. But consistency means you return to the inner picture anyway. You choose it despite circumstances. You choose it despite noise. You choose it because it feels true in your heart. Your inner picture does not need perfection. It needs repetition. Think of it like learning a new language. At first, your mind may resist, but over time, with gentle persistence, it becomes natural. Your new vision becomes familiar. Your energy adjusts. Your emotions shift. Soon, the picture you once had to intentionally visualize becomes the state you naturally embody. You begin to think from the outcome, not about the outcome. To stay consistent, you must make your inner vision a daily habit, not out of fear, but out of love. Spend a few moments each day stepping into the version of yourself who already has what you desire. See yourself living it. Feel yourself experiencing. Let the picture become rich, colorful, detailed, and alive. The more vivid the image, the more magnetic it becomes. You are not pretending, you are aligning. Even in moments when you don't feel inspired, return to the picture. Even when you feel tired or uncertain, return to the picture. Consistency is not about intensity, it is about devotion. It is about sending a steady message to the universe. This is my truth. This is my reality. This is who I am becoming. And the universe responds to stable, clear intentions far faster than it responds to scattered ones. Staying consistent also means protecting your inner world. You must become mindful of what you allow into your mind. Limit the influence of negativity, fear, or pessimism. Surround yourself with thoughts, environments, and people who support your vision. Guard your imagination like a treasure because it is one. Every time you reinforce your inner picture, you strengthen your energy and weaken any resistance. Over time, something incredible happens. Your inner picture begins to override your old patterns. You start feeling aligned with your desire long before it appears physically. You start trusting the process more deeply. You stop reacting to temporary problems with panic because your inner world feels so stable, so clear, and so true. You become someone who expects good things, someone who naturally moves toward opportunities, someone who feels worthy of what you desire. The universe mirrors your consistency. When you hold your inner vision without wavering, life begins to shift. People show up. Ideas come. Synchronicities appear. Circumstances align in ways you could never calculate, and all of it began because you chose again and again to stay faithful to the picture inside you. Your inner picture is not a dream. It is your future self calling you forward. Stay consistent with it. Honor it daily. Let it become the foundation of your energy, and soon it will no longer be something you visualize. It will be something you live. Let life bring it to you with ease. These words carry a gentle wisdom that reminds you of the truth you often forget. You are not here to struggle your way into your blessings. You are not meant to chase, force, or exhaust yourself trying to make everything happen through sheer effort. There is a flow to life, a natural rhythm, a divine intelligence that knows how to bring you exactly what you desire in the most perfect way, at the most perfect time. When you allow this flow to guide you, life becomes lighter, softer, and far more miraculous. Letting life bring it to you with ease does not mean being passive or careless. It means aligning yourself so fully with your desire that you no longer feel the need to worry, stress, or control every detail. It means understanding that once you have done the inner work, once you have imagined, felt, trusted, and aligned, your desire has already begun its journey toward you. You do not need to chase what is already coming. You simply need to remain open, receptive, and calm enough to receive it. Most people block their own manifestations because they try too hard, they force outcomes, they obsess over timing, they analyze every step. They worry that if they relax even a little, their desires will slip away. But this tension creates resistance. It tightens the energy. It closes the doors that the universe is trying to open for you. When you try to manage everything yourself, you limit the possibilities. You restrict life to only the paths you can logically imagine, forgetting that the universe has infinite pathways available. Letting life bring it to you with ease requires a shift from pressure to presence, from control to trust, from anxiety to acceptance. It means choosing to believe that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, even if you cannot yet see the full picture. It means understanding that delays are not denials, they are alignments. It means trusting that your desire is moving closer every day, even when your outer reality looks still. To live with ease, you must first relax into the knowing that what you want is already yours energetically. You have created it through your vision. You have strengthened it through your emotion. You have aligned with it through your inner state. Now, life must deliver the physical experience that matches your energetic reality. This is not your burden to carry. It is the universe's task, and the universe never fails in its task. Ease is not laziness, it is wisdom. It is the understanding that what is meant for you can never be taken from you. It is the knowing that your manifestation is already done in the unseen, and your only responsibility now is to remain emotionally and mentally aligned. Letting life bring it to you with ease allows you to stay receptive. Receptivity is a state of openness, a state of peaceful expectation, a state of calm certainty. In this state, you begin noticing subtle signs around you. You feel guided toward ideas, people, and situations that move you closer to your desire. You start receiving intuitive nudges, small impulses that seem random but are actually the universe whispering, "Go this way." You stop feeling the need to force progress because you start seeing progress unfolding naturally. You begin to trust timing. You begin to trust yourself. You begin to trust the unseen forces working on your behalf. Letting life bring it to you with ease also means learning to rest. Rest is not a pause in your manifestation. It is part of the manifestation. When you rest, Your energy resets, your intuition strengthens, your vibration rises, you become clearer, calmer, and more aligned. Rest tells the universe, I trust you enough to relax. Ease also means releasing fear. Fear whispers that you must hurry, that you must push harder, that things might not work. But ease answers fear gently, I already know that everything is working. When you choose ease, you shift into a state of creation instead of reaction. You move with confidence instead of desperation. You attract instead of chase. Life becomes easier when you stop assuming everything must be difficult. Life becomes more magical when you believe that receiving can be natural, effortless, and joyful. The universe is not trying to make your journey harder. It is trying to bring you blessings in ways that surprise you, delight you, and expand you. You are deserving of ease. You are worthy of effortless manifestation. You are allowed to let things come to you without struggle. When you trust the flow, life rises up to meet you. When you surrender the tension, the path clears. When you allow with love rather than control with fear, everything you desire finds you quickly and gracefully. Let life bring it to you with ease, because ease is the energy of true creation, and you were born to create beautifully.